Hello, this is a cutout segment from the Easy Allies podcast. You can get full episodes of this show right here on this channel every Sunday morning. Or if you go to patreon.com/easyallies, you can get it 2 days early on Fridays. Thank you for watching and enjoy. It is time to talk about Slitterhead.
Slit your eyes. I'm going to slit your eyes.
You forgot to play a little bit of this at Gamescom.
Yeah, but I have not been able to play the full version.
Yeah, I put about 3 hours in yesterday.
Nice.
So yeah, I get a little bit of idea of like how it gets beyond that intro and all of that. But I'll let Isla start since I've been talking so long.
It's good.
Hell yeah.
Do you like Siren or Silent Hill or mind jacking?
Love mind jacking.
And if you can tolerate games that are very strange and rough around the edges,
It is the deadly premonition of this year.
It's not that bad.
I would say it is.
Okay.
Well, it's differently charming than Deadly Premonition. Bad isn't even a word I use for Deadly Premonition.
Hell yeah.
It's just charming in its way, you know.
Lovingly janky.
Yeah. And Slitterhead it's wild. It's very odd. The musical choices are very interesting. It's Yamaoka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you get some of like crazy, some of those like male chants and stuff in there sometimes. They're like, whoa,
yeah, it's
okay.
The music when you're on the talk to your rarities menu is very weird. It's like brrrr, yeah. I had it on that menu for a while, and Sophia was like, "What the hell is that?" But yeah, you get different. Okay, so you're like this disembodied entity with no memories, and there are things called Slitterheads, and you and the Slitterheads can take over different people. Slitterheads like head burst out of the people. You can go in and out of them without causing them damage. But sometimes you meet someone called a rarity, and their blood kind of like resonates with you better, so you can communicate with them, and their consciousness remains active while you're controlling their body, and they get special powers like blood powers.
Yeah.
And combat is interesting because you just jump between bodies. Regular humans are basically useless, but there are a lot of them, so you can fight these like mantises and stuff generally. Combat's pretty good. Generally, it's just like if you like weird, like 90s dark vibes like this, you'll dig it. If you don't, you won't. And there's like a cool, I don't know if I should exactly spoil it, but there's like a cool, you notice up front that there's some weird phrasing in the menus where it's like first days, second days, third days.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, what the hell? And then something happens that makes that make a lot of sense, which is really cool, and it adds another layer to the game. Like, obviously, you know, it's got a low budget, and it's weird, but it's, you know, it's not janky, but it's charming, and I have been enjoying it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The city is, I just watched a cool documentary talking about the inspirations and stuff, and it's called Kowloon, kind of based on Kowloon. And so you have like those just huge apartment buildings.
Shenmue 2 taught me about that place.
And back alleys and stuff like that. And they really talked about, you know, doing that.
And there's a really sick Jackie Chan movie that's filmed there.
Nice. But yeah, so that's part of it, is just how much the like jumping between bodies is like part of the mechanics. So it's like, oh, you need to get on the rooftop. So you jump to that guy, and then you look over and there's like, okay, here's a guy over here and there's a guy over there. And then it's like, oh, I need to get back down. So like you just have somebody jump off the roof and switch bodies before their body hits the ground. But yeah, you get other like, you know, you get like wall jumps, and you get like this kind of like point jump that you can do where you like kind of like just like use blood. Like all of your skills are kind of like based on blood. And so that's kind of like a trade-off to where it's like when you're using a skill, you're taking away from your health.
Got it.
And so you kind of have to be careful of that. And
some
balance
Naruto
that.
shit.
Yeah. But then like any blood pools that are on the ground, you can like suck in to like heal yourself.
Nice.
There's one character, Huber, who who their like special weapon is a shotgun that fires their own blood.
Yeah.
And it does a lot of damage, but it takes like half of your health to do it.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
And you can make this guy actually.
Yeah, the biker guy.
The biker guy. And
Dude, sick.
you can make humans into time bombs. You activate them, and then 5 seconds later they explode.
Fuck yeah.
Which
Love
kills them.
Yeah.
Like that's
Awesome.
the thing about the game, is that it's kind of like very morally gray, where you're like, you're the hero, but you're also like killing hundreds of people too. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude,
it's like
I love that Kakuzu shit right
one
there.
of the first things that like the spirit even remembers is that, that its mission is to destroy the Slitterheads.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
I'm watching
really
They
know
Live
why.
Tonight.
But it's interesting because it's like it also starts to kind of like sort of absorb the personalities of the rarities in certain ways, and so in between missions, like they're like these little conversation trees that you have, and basically like you talk to the other person until you hit on like the conversation point where like they figured something out, and it's like, now that'll get us to the next mission.
Nice.
the way the conversations are presented is very strange, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like you'll see the room, and then you'll see the person floating and rotating in the middle of the room.
Yeah, it's
and
just like
then
a
close-ups of their face. It's so fun.
Floating character model, yeah.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, it's surprisingly gritty. Like I didn't expect like nudity and like you know.
I didn't either.
It's very gritty and very like dark and
Hell
subject
yeah.
matter and vibes. It's not a horror game. It's not a survival horror game. It's like an action adventure, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
Yeah, it's like more like sci-fi craziness. Like you get these premonitions of the future and stuff like that.
I
too.
highly recommend the movie The Hidden, 1980s sci-fi movie with Kyle MacLachlan.
But yeah,
10 out of
I got the first three characters so far. So like Julie is the one with the Wolverine claws, and then the
Anita.
Anita has she has like poison darts, but then she also has a thing where she can just like basically just like put out a mist that makes humans appear.
Whoa.
So that you can get more people to fight alongside of you. But then she can also mind hack them so that they all like swarm an enemy.
Sick.
And then
Her weapon is like a twin blade, but it's inspired by her mascara brush.
yeah, it's a halberd.
All
It's a blood
the
halberd.
Love halberds.
all the characters' weapons are like inspired by something in their life. Like Julie's is because she had like a manicure once, and she like kind of liked it, but sort of hated it. But it like became her weapons. It's very strange.
Yeah. And then Alex has the shotgun, and he has like this gravity well thing. And then you get skill points, so you can kind of level things up, level up your weapons and each of your skills and your like health and durability and that kind of thing.
And it's per character.
Yeah.
So like there are some pretty necessary upgrades that you'll just kind of get for all of them as you find them or whatever.
Nice.
And then once you've gotten past like a character's story mission or whatever, then you can choose two of the rarities to go out on a mission. So you kind of pick like your party.
Nice.
And I don't know how many more that there are later on. I'm assuming we're going to meet some others.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's really cool. The look and vibe of it are also really neat.
There's one part, I'm not sure how much of this there's going to be in the game, but there was like one part that was like a stealth mission. And it gave me some Hitman vibes, Hubert.
Hell yeah.
Because like you hear these guys talking about this drunk dude who's like passed out in the back or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you need to get past them. But like there's two of them, and there's no way to get past their vision cones. It's like as soon as they see you, like, it's game over, checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
But if you go and then like possess that guy,
Yeah.
they know him, he's regular,
Walk
you
on
can just
by.
walk on through, yeah.
Sick.
That is one thing I'll say is like sometimes it's like, and they justify gameplay stuff with story where they're just like, some people are too dumb to be possessed, basically. And like some people don't have like, resonance, or like some people are, too closed off or whatever, which is just like a narrative justification for like, we wanted to set up this gameplay thing so that you couldn't possess these 5 people because you have to
Right.
sneak
Yeah.
past them, so they can't be possessed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so there are a few kind of like, you know, contrived sort of situations like that. But like once you get used to that sort of thing, you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a cool.
like a lot of the
conceit.
structure really does like feel like a PS2 game in a
Yeah,
way.
it honestly, similar to like Kunitsugami, it feels like a game from a bygone era. It's like very, very much Siren. I mean, obviously, because it's made by the same guy, but like kind of
Siren, I thought it was Silent Hill.
Silent Hill and Siren. Forbidden, one of the
Oh,
Sirens.
I didn't know they
Forbidden
did both,
Siren,
okay.
maybe. I'll check in a second. But yeah, it's very like Fatal Frame, very Siren, very Geist. Yeah,
Sick.
like that kind of stuff.
Geist type.
Yeah.
Guys.
I will say that like, the parry system is one of the weirder, trickier things to get
I remember
used
that
to.
being hard at.
Yeah.
I feel like they made it easier
Yeah.
since Gamescom. It was like
was
basically
tough.
impossible for me in Gamescom, and now I can do it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But the timing, yeah, is
Because
fucked.
it's like it shows you like a flash of like what direction you need to push to like parry on the
Yeah.
control stick. But that's not the timing. You still have to like watch the character's animation to time the deflection. So it's almost
it's,
like a forewarning. It's like this is where it's gonna be. Now hit it back like at the right time.
yeah, it's Toyama, so it's Snatcher, Silent Hill, Siren, Siren 2,
Nice,
Siren
okay.
Blood Curse, Gravity Rush 1 and 2, and Slitterhead.
Gravity Rush 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Nice.
this guy's got like a pretty fucking solid oeuvre. I never played International Track and Field
Oh wow.
or Snatcher, but like other than that, and I guess I haven't played Gravity Rush 1 or 2, but yeah,
It's good stuff.
I should.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, I played Gravity Rush 1 and
10 out
the
of 10
second one.
games.
Yep.
I like two.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty weird, but like you kind of get into like the, you know, I'm just now getting into like kind of pulling the threads on, you know, Slitterhead like hierarchy and stuff, and
Dope.
the military's getting involved, and like, oh, it's getting wild.
Excellent.
Yeah.